That one right there is coming through for you from Iyanya. It is at 29 to 10 and it's on Kiss FM, Kenya's #1 hit music station. Chito and Kwambox with you and a good morning to you. Happy Furahi Day. We promised you we're going to be hanging out with mega superstar, the one, the only Iyanya.
It's Iyanya. What up, Mambo?
I love how you're saying this like every 5 minutes. Mambo.
Yeah, Asante.
Welcome to the 254.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
He's a regular by now.
Yeah, I'm a regular, of course, you know. It's good to be here, guys.
I'm sure you've picked up on even some more Swahili words. Besides Mambo, Asante, which other one have you picked up on? Not a curse word.
Nakupenda.
That's a nice one to have.
Yeah, nakupenda.
So you're talking to Nate.
Uruyangu or Uruyangu. How do you say? Uruyangu.
I don't know who you were talking to, bro.
Even I'm like, Uhuru Yangu? My freedom?
What did she tell you?
What was she telling you? Uhuru Yangu
sounds like a private conversation.
Somebody said that meant my soul or my...
Oh, Roho Yangu.
Roho Yangu.
Oh, yeah, Roho Yangu, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we are seeing a Swahili song coming up soon, yeah?
Let's see how that goes.
But Swahili is it's like I mean, I know that you guys have made like your Nigerian languages so popular. I was just talking about how I'd never imagined that I'd hear like an Ed Sheeran, you know, like trying to sing Yoruba words there, and I'm like, when will the day be?
When someone will do something here.
So Swahili's
it's going to happen this year.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, we're excited about that.
Yes, sir.
But let's talk about this new EP from Mr. Kukere.
Yes, sir.
You know, to last year. You really had a great year last year.
Yes.
Talk to us a bit about that.
Oh, man. First of all, let me say shout out to, all my fans in Kenya. Thank you so much. Last year was beautiful. My team, my CEO, B. Franklin, the whole Triple MG, we had to, recalibrate and put out good music because that's what matters. That's what the fans want, regardless of your stories and everything. They know you for the music, and you have to always come back and give them that. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
And then Once Upon a Catch, you've got 14 songs.
13.
13, sorry. 13 songs.
Yeah.
That's
13 performance videos too.
And that's a huge collective to have.
Yeah,
So I'm guessing there's also 13 TikTok challenges.
I agree with you.
We gotta talk about that. When you were releasing Kukere and now, right?
Yeah.
Although I feel like Kukere would have made a serious
But I think
TikTok challenge,
I think
right?
you can still. I'm sure you can still do a TikTok
But
challenge.
like looking at now all these songs, the videos are already ready, and I'm sure there's a story there. We're gonna get into it.
Yeah.
But how important is TikTok now?
It's important, man. It's very, very important because the culture has accepted TikTok, and then the industry has also accepted it as promotional for everybody that wants to reach out to their fan bases. And you can't say you're too big for it.
But aside from promotional, we're seeing that TikTok is also even reducing the length of the song, right? Because now you have an artist. I mean, if you have a song that's like 5 minutes, who are you trying to talk to?
I think what they do, you just pick the most catchy parts. That's what you put on TikTok.
And how do you think like the new decision that Universal is making to pull out most of their music? Because I mean, they just pulled out Taylor Swift this morning, and they're planning to pull out more music. Off
So
TikTok.
I just heard of that.
Yeah.
Not up to an hour ago.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know how that's going, but it sounds crazy. That means you're not gonna have a lot of songs on TikTok.
Yeah. It will basically become like one of those streaming sites. Like those olden ones that
my songs are on there, so
wow. Okay.
We're gonna check them.
When we come back though, we're still hanging out with Iyanya. We've got
sir.
a more conversation that we need to be having with him. But right now though, let's get on a break and then we get back.
The countdown to the coolest.
It is Survive right there coming through for you from Iyanya and Derry. It's at 22 to 10 and it's on Kiss FM with Chito and Kwambox. In this new album of yours, you're working a lot with artists who are on the coming.
Yeah.
In fact, this is one of those artists.
Yeah,
right?
Derry Black, she's also signed to Triple MG.
Yeah. And I know you were saying that for this album, that was part of your inspiration.
Yeah.
What made you want to go with them and not go with any other industry big names?
First, I've worked with so many big names who are my friends and colleagues. And because I was telling her, I've been out for a while.
Yeah.
So I and the team, we had to, sit down and ask ourselves, what do we want to do? What audience are we trying to, reach and sell this music? And then you see that the Gen Z is like they're taking charge right now. It's their world right now. It's their culture. So we had to listen to some of them and then call them and say, let's work together.
Oh, wow.
And we're talking about death to Ego, which is
Yeah.
also one of my favorite
Yeah.
albums. How an artist, sometimes you know you've already created your sound. I mean, you've crafted your sound
course.
over years.
Over years, yeah.
And then reaching a place where it's like, okay, now we have to restructure this
Yeah,
sound.
you have
It
to.
can be difficult, and you're talking about how an artist has to kill the ego.
Yeah, you have to kill your ego because, you know, I worked with these guys for 3 weeks and it was a learning process for me.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, it was. So
Even
I-
now you're still learning.
Of course, man. You know,
Yeah.
I had to allow the guys be themselves and not make them feel like, oh, I've been around before you. And I had to say, oh, how do you do it? How do you? And they co-wrote some of the songs.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I like that you're giving them, you know, their credits and giving them their
course, of course.
That's, you know, sometimes in industries you find the guys who've been in for a while stifle everybody else.
No,
They
no,
want to
no.
put the
Gatekeepers.
Nah, these guys came through with so much love and positive energy. So, you know, I have to give them what belong their flowers, man.
Yeah, and slightly on a bit more personal note, you said recently that you want us to pray for you to get a wifey.
Yeah, yeah.
Are the prayers been answered, or are they still out there?
Hey, man, I guess some people are fasting.
Are you fasting?
So we'll wait for them to finish fasting. Yeah.
Hey, but I'm just saying, bruh, like you could make things easier if you just go back to the Iyanya we know. You know, the Iyanya.
The one you had a
The
crush
one
on.
who'd give us Jichonyanya. You know what I mean? Like you just,
Iyanya means red eyes.
you know, you're just you don't even blink when you're watching the music videos
Yeah.
because you're just like, how chiseled is this guy though? Why
Yeah.
does he look like a
Just
Roman
for the
god?
record, I'm just gonna throw you under the bus here.
Tell
Just
him.
for the record,
Tell him.
Kwambox is out here confessing to Iyanya how she had a huge crush on
I
you.
did. I
Yeah.
She's
did.
like,
man.
you know, why are you wearing your shirt? I'm
Yeah.
like, you expecting this guy to walk in here without
Just
a shirt?
saying, man. If you're on that journey looking for the wifey, just go back to what we
Yeah,
know.
but you know that's another reason why I don't have a wifey now. 'Cause
Yeah.
there was too much
it's
task.
too much.
You need one who can be able to handle the competition.
Yeah.
It's hard to find. That.
Anyway, we're still hanging out with Iyanya.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to be, when we get back, of course, we still got to continue talking about, especially the fact that you've been in this industry since 2008. When you won the
Project
MTN
Fame.
Project Fame.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about some of the major changes. Of course, I'm sure TikTok is one of those, we've discussed that one,
course.
but I'm sure there are other changes that you've noticed, especially now. So we can get back and talk about that. But right now, though, here's Make My Day. It's from Coil Ray and David Guetta. Good morning.
Get pump up the jam, pump it up.
It's Iyanya right there with T-Dollar in the song Ope. What does Ope mean, Iyanya? Up. Oh, wow. Chito and Kwambox with you. This
Lit.
is Kiss FM, Kenya's #1 hit music station. Hoping you're enjoying your Furahi Day. We're serving you a good Furahi Day gift here, hanging out with Iyanya.
Yes, sir.
And Nigerians have Nigerian artists have quick become culture purveyors. Everywhere you go, like you see just now, you've taught us, what language is this?
This
Ope.
is Yoruba.
Yoruba. See, now this morning, Nairobians, Kenyans, I've learned Yoruba.
Okpe.
Ogbe, you know, and you know, when you look at where the music scene is at right now, we're talking about the Grammys that's happening this weekend. What are some of your predictions?
Yeah, David is gonna win.
It's just saying
That's
that
it, that's
it's just
it.
like David's gonna
That's
win.
it.
Everybody else,
yeah.
David will definitely be winning.
David is gonna win.
And it's going to be big for the continent,
Of
for
course,
sure.
of course.
I know that Africa is definitely represented this weekend. I know that there's lots of parties going down.
Fully.
Yeah. What is your expectation of this album?
It's gonna do more than any other album I've dropped.
Wow, I like that. No, but even I can feel the vibe because I got a chance to listen to it and I could feel the vibe. I was like, this sounds like we are headed in a very top position. Since 2008, you've been doing this. You won your Project Fame. Now we're in 2024. I know TikTok has made a huge change.
Of course.
But what are some of the things that have changed? Because even your sound has shifted. When you listen to Kukere and we
Yeah,
hear you
yeah,
now, it's
yeah,
like,
yeah. I mean, these days we have recording camps. We never used to have things like that, Now, people get Airbnbs, you're there for weeks. You have different producers, different writers coming in. Now we're making music like the Michael Jacksons and the guys who made
The
it
Beatles
possible
and
for
those-
the
yeah,
Beatles.
yeah.
Those guys. Now we have Afrobeat artists accepting the fact that they can be performance. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Yes. That
But
makes
yeah,
sense.
well, back in the day, it was a hustle. Like,
Oh my goodness.
write for me. No, I write my stuff.
Yeah.
No, but now everybody's like, okay,
Yeah.
if he can write it, I'll bring him over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I like that you mentioned performance because this year, I think one thing we've noticed is that Burna Boy has set records in
Yeah.
how not just pulling crowds, but also
Yeah.
how to perform.
Perform, yeah.
Yeah, because I think that's one thing that really stood out
That's the number
2
one.
years before. Davido, I just saw him performing yesterday, I think in France.
2 nights ago, I was
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
And he was, oh my God. And I was listening to the performance. I was like, where?
Yeah.
Africa is here.
Yeah, we were live. It was a good show, and I remember after my performance, I was watching David, and I felt the same thing you're saying now, saying, "Oh, David really switched up his live performance."
Yeah. And before you leave us, and before we get into your other new song off your album, off this brand new album called "Call Me Baby," you said marriage is scary. Why did you say that?
I mean, I don't know. It's just once you say marriage, it's just something. This your heart just starts shaking. I don't know if it's because of the amount of divorces and I don't know negative comments we see about marriage on social media. I don't know if that's the reason why. Even though I know there's still good marriages, but the thought of it is kind of scary, man.
Yeah.
Because nobody goes into a marriage with divorce intentions.
Yeah.
Those things just happen, but then it scares the hell out of you.
Yeah.
But in that note, do you know that there's a lot of marriages that are still holding on strong?
That's what I'm saying.
Why not focus on those ones?
And that's the right thing to do,
Yeah.
to focus on those ones. But you're human, regardless. You're still gonna feel like
Yeah.
how's this gonna go? How's
Yeah.
this,
Do you have any friends who are married?
I have a lot.
They don't influence you. You don't feel like
They do it. They
okay, if
influence
he can
me.
do it, I can do it.
Yeah, of course. He's married. He influences me positively. too.
That's
yeah,
good.
yeah, but he's not
He
Iyanya, right?
wasn't trying
Yeah, he's not.
he wasn't
you.
trying to tell people.
But
It
he's
is what
not.
it is.
Don't forget, it's different when you're famous.
Yeah.
Don't forget that.
Yeah.
Most people will come to me and they will cry and they're not real. There's some people will come. And I've had experiences, so you don't even know who's who anymore.
Wait, so it's for Iyanya, it's difficult to get love. We're getting into Valentine's.
Oh
and
yeah,
you're
it's
saying,
tough. I've been performing all the Valentines since
Yeah.
but they say
because you don't want to spend 14th with somebody that you're not in love with, and they're not in love with you, and you guys are just there because it's 14th.
Yeah.
You want to be with
You want
somebody.
something real, something genuine.
Yeah. I mean, it's better to go to a charity home and show some love than be with a fake person.
Oh, wow.
Well, so if your
Okay.
if your plan was to hang out with Iyanya
On the
before
14th.
14th, he says try 15th because 14th he wants to
Or
hang out-
another way to hang out
Show
with him
love.
is grab his brand new album, Once Upon a
man.
Cat.
Once Upon a Cat, man. Like, yeah, man. Yeah.
And it's out of.
And I don't think I'll tell people when I get married. I don't think I ever do that. I don't think I
You're
want
gonna Johnny drill us. You'll just go say. You'll just go
Do you know
silent on
what?
us.
Do you know what? We're gonna remember this day because
I
the
promise
thing-
you,
the
will
thing
never
about-
know.
The thing about love that you sing about is people once they fall in and the next thing they're just like, oh my god,
I'm in love.
Wow.
Well,
Like,
well,
is this the same guy who told us he was
well, guys like we've fallen and fallen. Now we're standing on it.
Thank you.
You know
very
what?
much.
Thank you for the bars this morning. He just keeps dropping them bars. But anyway, you can catch Once Upon a Cat on every single platform.
Boomplay, Audio Mac, Apple, all of that.
Oh yeah, so make sure you're checking it, love it, enjoy it, and spread some love to the brother man, and
Thank
show him
you.
some love also
Thank
on
you
his
so much,
socials.
man. Thank you,
Thank
man.
you for coming to
Thank
see
you,
us over
guys.
here.
Always good to see you guys, man. Thank
It
you.
was a pleasure.
When we get back, one of the tracks off his brand new album, Once Upon a Cat, it's called Call Me Baby. You want to hear this one, man? It's a fantastic tune.
This